Good evening, guys. It's a beautiful new week and that time of the day when we get to deep dive into the world of social media and find out all the hottest, spiciest trends on the internet. You're welcome to Afia TV Official on Afia TV. My name is Divine Onoha, and it's always a pleasure to be on your screen. And like we always do here, where I'm always here to give you everything trending, hot and spicy on the internet. And it's been a very, very interesting weekend. A lot of stories, a lot of things trending. You trust social media. Every time you go to social media, you will see something trending every single time. And today, I'm not here alone. I'm here with a special guest. And he's going to be my gist buddy for today. Goes by the name Emmanuel Ibe. Good evening.
Good evening.
So I was busy looking for ways to introduce you, to not just make it ordinary, but the words were not coming because of how awesome you are. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm good. You're awesome too. Yes.
Do you know me?
I actually have seen you now and watch you look. Your look.
Okay, looks.
Yes.
Okay, I have seen your works.
Okay.
I've seen your photography work. I've seen your pictures. I've seen your videos, and I think they are amazing.
Thank you very much.
How long have you been in this?
Actually, I can't actually count because it's over 20 years.
Over 20 years?
It's what I inherited from my dad. My dad was a photographer.
People inherit photography?
He trained me.
The skill
actually.
or
the skill?
Okay.
Actually.
He trained you?
Yes, he trained me. He actually trained me from analog photography. So I did analog and now, on digital as well.
Wow,
so
wow.
That's it.
You're an OG. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so we're just going to dive right into it. Today we have a couple of stories that will interest you. The first one, this one says, this is from former Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde FASHOLA. He had, a couple of words for we youths, and he said, resist the temptation to abandon Nigeria. He was talking about the JAPA syndrome. And he said that the youth must be able to do something better for themselves. He noted that an end must be put to the mass exodus of the country. And he also said that, other leaders, the likes of Alakija, the likes of Folorunsho Alakija, the likes of Chief Tunde Afolabi, who have contributed greatly to Nigeria, they did not run away. And he said, if you are a youth and you happen to be a leader, you're not going to run away from the responsibilities. You're not going to say, because Nigeria is not working, then we're going to run away. But because you're not youths, you're not leaders, then that's why it's so easy for you to say you want to run away. And that's why youths also have to strive to be in position of leadership so that they will find it easy to stay when, things get hard. So he's basically advising that we should resist the temptation to JAPA. What do you think about that?
Resisting the temptation is not, it's something that they have to work on.
They have to work on it.
They have to work on it because you cannot just resist the temptation of when you don't have money. If the money is not flowing, you find any other means to go get the money.
Okay.
Yeah, imagine if a layman, a man, just a simple guy in the society who find it difficult to eat, and he sees something,
an opportunity outside
Nigeria to go get the money to at least feed his family, do what he's supposed to do, build house, get what he's supposed to get in life. I think the best thing is to go find it there.
Okay.
Yes.
So you don't agree with him?
I don't agree with him.
Anyways, let's take a look at some of the comments. The first comments we have here is from Wofi. She said, resist the urge to be a motivational speaker. Trust Nigerians to give him bass. To give him bass for every boss. The next one here says, Detective FASHOLA are your kids in Nigeria, which is a very, very interesting perspective. Because if you're giving all these advices, are you really sticking to it? Your kids, are they in Nigeria? Are they seeing what we're seeing? Are they hustling like we're hustling?
Exactly.
But let's be very honest. Is his advice a bad one?
It's not. I wouldn't say it's a bad one, but it's not working.
It's not working.
It's not working, actually. If the government is giving us what we are supposed to be having, nobody will see the reason to go to other countries. If you see pleasure where you are, if you see pleasure, you don't need to go find it elsewhere.
Okay.
Yes, you will be contented with what you have at home. But when it's not there,
There'll be no other choice.
you move.
Okay, let's keep reading the comments. This one is from Anthony, and he says, in 2014, you told us a reasonable government can provide light to its citizens in a period of 6 months. You were Minister of Works and Power for 4 years with no achievement. Shame on you. Wow, that's big. And from Throwback Niger TV, he says, not to wipe am laptop charger for head.
Serious.
Oh my God.
Seriously. My hand
Is it seriously? Then this one says, the goal is to travel abroad and pray for Nigeria. I really, okay, I'm not going to say anything. I said my opinions. I'm going to make sure that my opinions are not heard. I'll hear most of the opinions we hear will be from you.
Okay.
The next one here says a man whose children didn't even study in Nigeria.
See that.
And this is from Benga Dansu. He says, please help us ask him if his children schooled in Nigeria. So I think this is what most people are interested in. If you're saying this should be it, then your children have to be in Nigeria. Any final words?
Yes, the people that asked that question, if their children are in Nigeria, they are right, actually.
Okay.
Because if he checks, even him, actually, I think he didn't school in Nigeria as well.
Okay.
Yes. But our life has been throughout here in Nigeria from kindergarten till now. So, and we are not seeing something more to
Nothing to
talk
show
about.
for it.
Yes. So the best thing we do is to still go out there to find our
there.
greener pasture.
Okay.
I think it's better.
Okay, so I'm just going to get into our next story, which is a very, very interesting one, because while we have former Minister of Works telling us that we should resist the temptation to JAPA, Peter Obi had something else to say recently. Peter Obi has been on the news almost every single day because he tweets a lot. So bloggers have a way of carrying it. Sometimes a lot of people are complaining now that he's talking too much. I say, no, he's not talking too much. He's been talking for a long time, but bloggers are putting it out there. Anyone he says, they go there and they pick it and they put, so they're bringing it to your faces. Doesn't mean he's starting to talk more than he has always been talking. That's my opinion. Yeah. What's yours?
Yeah, you're right. He has always been there from the onset, even before he started vouching for the president. I think he has always been a social media person. Talking for Nigerians. Okay. So I don't see anything to pin him on. Against him. Yeah.
Okay. So this time around, he says Peter Obi supports nurses relocating abroad, believes they will come back when Nigeria improves. He said this during his visit to one of the nursing schools. And he said he was telling them that he has told, let me get that story. He was telling them, because I think they were graduating from school, so he was kind of advising them. He was telling the nurses, and that is in Adazi, Nuku, over the weekend. I've always told Nursing Council not to restrict you people from traveling abroad after graduation. If it's not going to work for you here, go where it will work for you. We will not advise anyone to stay where it is difficult for them. If you want to seek greener pastures outside, please go. I'm sure that when we build a greater Nigeria, you will come back. So is that a good advice or not? Let's start there.
It is a very good fatherly advice.
A very good fatherly advice. You support, you endorse.
Yes, no father wants his child to suffer,
to be where it's not working.
So you've actually schooled in Nigeria. Just like a businessman, no businessman stays in a place. When you're doing your business in Nigeria, you still go out there, go to China, other countries to expand.
To get more customers.
So they've schooled, and then going out there, I don't see anything wrong with it.
You don't see anything wrong with it. Now, this is the problem I have with these stories that we're taking. The first one we read from FASHOLA, we had the comments. People were blasting him, telling him, oh no, your children are not here. You can't be saying this to us. Now, Peter Obi comes out to say, okay, I'm advising the nurses, if it's not working here in Nigeria, then go to somewhere else. He has given this advice. You now see what the comments are saying.
Very funny. I know, very funny.
So, okay, before we get right into the comment, let me just tell you, since I've started the story. So, a lot of people are still saying no, to him, to what he's saying. They're kicking against it. They're saying as a president, as a former president presidential candidate, this is a very wrong advice. You're not supposed to be saying this. You're not supposed to be saying that. So before we get into the comments, do you think that these Nigerians, are we confused? Are we just frustrated and just trying to drag people for no reason? Or is there sense in what we're doing at this point?
I would say that some are confused.
Some
Or
of them.
is it just some are just there to chase clouds? Just to say something that will make people to comment on their own comments. Okay? Because his key point there is when we
get better,
you should come back. I don't see someone that stays in a place where it's been destroyed, where you do one or two things, you'll be kidnapped, or when you make your moves, they will tell you, oh, who do you know? If you don't know so person, you're not getting to that place. So you go to where they will not ask you who you know, but what you know. You understand? So anybody that is going against what he said, his advice, I don't think the person is on his right senses.
Or is it because it's Peter Obi that is talking? Because I need to understand. FASHOLA came and he said, you people should not go. And they were complaining. Peter Obi came and he said, you people should go.
Confused Nigerians.
And they're still complaining. What? I am tired. I don't know about you, but I'm tired. Sometimes I want to reason with Nigerians. Also, I understand our plight. But when I see the way some people go about this thing, the way you want to drag everything that everybody is saying, it's just something else.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's take a look at the comments. This one here says, nurses, where they turn food vendor for Nigeria. You better JAPA.
Imagine that.
The next comment from Rashid of Nigeria says, yes, let them go and gain foreign knowledge and experience, which will be useful in the future. And this is from Kazim. He says, if he was the president, he will advise them to stay in Nigeria.
If he's doing the right thing as the president.
Right?
Yes.
This one here says, when their efforts are not appreciated here in the country, why not could they collect 150K monthly? Some less. And then this one says, this is so dumb. Who would take care of our already declining health sector when they all leave? If you're leaving, don't forget your family members you're leaving behind. Pack them with you to take care of them when they are sick, since you all want to run away. The next comment here says, I am sure he will say he was misquoted, because why would you say that in public? Haba. The next comment from Vicky V says, what did he do when he was a governor? Although she just loved to denigrate the country, he won't govern. Wow. And the final comment here says, can you believe a supposed leader saying something like this? Sometimes, isn't it better to stay silent than to speak nonsense? As someone living abroad, I can't help but be shocked. A smart leader should be focused on building up the country's greatest assets, its people, not encouraging them to go help develop other nations. How does he expect to build the country this way? But now, coming to what he said, Emmanuel, coming to what he said that when the country is better, I'm sure you will come back. The question now is, how is the country going to get better if we all go? I'm just trying to look at it from that aspect.
There's no way everybody will go. There's no way, because it's not even everybody that has the money,
the resources
to even go out to other countries. I think people that says that him as a president, if I say presidential candidate, if he knows what he has for Nigeria, actually, him alone knows what he has for Nigerians. So him not seeing that from other leaders, I think he has the right to even tell his own children to please leave this country. It's not good for you. Because if I am opportune to, I don't know the kind of money that I will get that will make me stay back to put into the business. Because the more you put money into your business,
it swallows
it. If not from, let me not just say tax, because that one is everywhere. If not from you trying to sort out this one, we are not manufacturing anything. Yes, because we import everything. During importation, you will still get your own buzzballs from them. Understand? Imagine that all those stress are not necessary. So I don't still see any reason to go against him.
Yes. I think I agree with you. In as much as I said I was going to be silent today, but I really, really agree with you. And what I'm interested in is just like when we talked about Fashola, people were quick to look at his life. People were quick to say, your children, why are they not here? Where are they? Are they struggling with us? So I'm glad that a politician is coming out to say, you can go. Because it's not something we know with politicians. A lot of politicians will be out there telling you, don't go, but their children have gone. So tomorrow, if you hear that Peter Obi's child is abroad, Peter Obi's this is here, Peter Obi's that is that, you will not have any reason to question. You will not have any reason to argue because he has said it. It's okay. I mean, if you want to go, you can go. I think that's the angle I'm looking at it from, that I'm really satisfied with. The fact that he's not trying to be hypocritical.
Even if you check his life, most of his life is here in Nigeria. Has been here in Nigeria from his schooling age till now. He has been in Nigeria. I think his children as well. They just go out and then come back. Yes. So I don't see anything wrong with him.
Okay. So, neither do I. So to whom it may concern, we don't see anything wrong with what Peter Obi has said. Anyways, we'll go for a very, very short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You're welcome back to the show. It is still Afia TV official. My name is Divine Onoha, and I'm still here with the very, very amazing photographer, MLEX Media. Welcome back to the show. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, so we'll just get into our next story. And this one, we're talking about cyberbullying this time around. And of course, you know that, what's his name? Yul Edochie. Yul Edochie's saga with May Edochie and Judy Edochie now has been on the internet for a very long time, and it looks like every single day a new chapter is opening. Every single day one new chapter opens. And so throughout last week we saw the chapter between Yul's brother Lincoln Edochie and what he said about Yul's family, Yul's marriage saga, and the whole situation that KOK was interviewing him for. We saw that last week, and this week what we're seeing is May Edochie. So May Edochie's fans have been, I don't know how to start the story, but let me put it this way. Do you know Uche Obodo?
Yes.
The Nollywood actress.
Yes.
So she came out recently and she was very furious. She was very angry about people bullying her. She said May Edochie's fans are bullying her. Uche Obodo too has been known to be someone who has, had a couple of things to say, even concerning the marriage saga. So I'm sure that's why May Edochie's fans have been, bullying her and saying the things that they've been saying about her. So she came out and she couldn't take it anymore. And she started to complain, you people should stop bullying, you people should stop bullying me. And she was directing her complaint to May. She expected May to call her fans to order. You cannot sit there and these people are saying all these things to me and you keep quiet. It's no longer a fan club. It's becoming a witch coven. And in between all of this, we now saw an interview that May Edochie granted where she was talking with AY, the comedian. And she said something about her fans being very dependable. They come out for her, and anybody that tries to bully her, anybody that tries to be insensitive, they give the person hot. So Uche Obodo quoted that, and she had a lot to say about it. Let's just watch the video, and you see the comments that she wrote right under that video. Let's have it.
They're dependable. They're ready to give it to you, to anyone who chooses to display.
In other words, you have the bass boost
insensitivity. No, not bass boost,
Okay, what? Explain.
If you choose to exhibit your insensitivity, when it gets overboard, they'll come for you.
They'll give it to you, hot.
So that's what she said. She said they are not dependable. They are tarnishing your image. She's telling her that they are tarnishing your image. It has become a witch's coven and you people should stop all this. So she also said on her status, she posted a whole lot of things. She posted some of the bullying. You can see that on the screen. Yeah. Some of the texts she received, some of the texts her husband received. This one here, she said, I was on my own crying my cry when you all came. I was literally minding my business. It's okay, no problem. She also said, if you can openly support your fans, humiliating, assaulting, and threatening people with death, you can as well dissociate yourself with such evil or openly caution them. This is what she's telling to me. She also said, you don't come for my family, I will not fold my hands. No sensible mother will have you threaten her kids, and a whole lot of things. But I think there's a particular blog or fan club she's talking about. That particular page handle has the name Main Nation. So it could be just one person at the end of the day. But because the name is Main Nation, it's now, of course, it's representing May somehow. So what do you think? I'm looking at it from the angle of May being a very quiet person when it comes to public issues like this. You hardly see her say anything. So is she supposed to come out and say something concerning a fan of hers bullying Uche Obodo?
No, because she has always been silent. So I don't, if someone is tackling you, I think you should just go address the person directly. Yes, May did not actually tell anybody to go and to bully her or something. So anybody they have their right to say something, whatever they want to say on social media. So directing the words to May is not called for. Yes. May cannot come to the social media and tell, please, you guys too should stop. Don't say things like this to her. It's hurting and everything. She's just there watching. So it's just left for you, your own fan.
Your own fans.
This thing sometimes used to be very, very interesting.
Okay.
We are here waiting
like FC versus FC.
It's just like when you have two football clubs playing. You know,
like Davido and Wizkid.
Thank you. Davido, you don't just come out to tell your fans to. Your fans will even tell you, see, this is not your fight. It's our fight. Okay. Yes, we are here to do it for you. It's happened to our Obi then. When he came out,
it's true.
Our fight. Leave it for us. So now you don't direct it to me.
You don't direct it to me.
Direct it to the people that are saying it.
So it's not like I'm supporting anybody, but I have to say this. Now, May Edochie has always been quiet. Yes. Even before you came out with the whole thing with Judy, you never hear her say anything. You never see her get involved in any mess. But I'm looking at it from this angle. So ever since the whole breakup with Yul and her staying on her own, you saw how she just grew from where she was to a very, very high position, gathered a lot of fans. So now she's no longer that Yul's wife we used to know. No. She's now a brand on her own. You know, she now has a voice. She's now a proper celebrity. She's no longer under the umbrella of anybody. So in such a situation, won't you think, at least for the sake of her brand, at least for the sake of what she stands for, what she represents, don't you think somehow she should just come out and say something to those fans?
To me, if she eventually drops any comment, they will misunderstand her and then push it to other way. And she has said something that she's not supposed to say. She's now, okay, you're just trying to tell us people have issues. You understand? When you don't talk, they'll say that you don't talk. When you talk, they misunderstand it and put it to the other way. So I think the silence gives her the height of where the edge to where she's going. And to me, I would say she should just keep it that way.
She should keep it that way?
Yes. Silence is more like people will be there pushing you. When you say something, if you mistakenly say the wrong thing, you're dealt with.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
I agree with you. Because recently, she said something about, I don't know, I think she was on an interview, I don't know what it is, and we just saw the news flying all over. She said that she does not endorse divorce. She's not an advocate of divorce, which is a good thing to say. For someone who has had to go through such a painful path, you'd expect her to say, oh, if it's not working, get out of the marriage. But she said she does not advocate for it. And people still dragged her. People dragged her. So this thing you're saying makes a lot of sense, honestly. At the end of the day, if she comes out to say something, there's a chance that they'll misconstrue it and still drag her again.
Yeah.
Because for them to have brought out the clip from the interview with AY too, that's another proof.
They're waiting for you to say something. And when it happens, everybody say, we said it. This is not her real nature. She's now bringing her real nature out. A lot of things. You
sound like you're in the mind of these people. Honestly, I wouldn't have seen it from that direction at all.
That's the thing. They're waiting for her to say something. That will implicate.
Whoa, okay. That's a very, very powerful angle. Let's take a look at the comments. This is from The Visionary, and he says, in all my life, I have never heard anyone attack someone directly because of what their fan base did or said. There's something else in this woman's mind that she hasn't said.
Thank you.
She hasn't said completely. The next comment here says, whoever came up with silence being the best answer to a fool did it because of me. I love her silence, and I'm learning that silence is very golden too. I'm learning. I'm learning. And this is from Sarah Danny. He says, if this lady didn't reply ex-husband of how many years, is it you she wants to reply?
Imagine.
Which is a very, very powerful angle. And this one here says, who else knows that May will never respond, even if heaven falls? Wow, that's strong branding.
Very strong. Very strong.
And this is Crazed by Chi. He says, it's how she made the whole robbery thing that happened to her all about May and her fans. Because apparently Uche Obodo got robbed recently. And this one here says, if May can't fight, she has people who can fight on her behalf. You dragged this woman in her lowest moment. You laughed at her. Now it's your turn. Fry dodo for your boy.
Thank you. It's very simple.
This one says, May should caution her fans and dissociate from this. It runs her off differently. When Selena's fans were abusing and harassing Bieber's wife, Selena came out to caution her fans to desist from further spewing bad words, bullying towards Hailey, even though Hailey was at fault. It shows a kind-hearted person. You all have seen that she's aware of what her covens are doing. And finally, you will wait forever for a reply. What are the chances that if she even comes out, they will even answer her? That's another thing.
That's another thing.
They can just say, just like you said, it's our fight and we're not doing it again. Anyways, we've come to the end of this segment of this show. Any final words to the bullies and to the bullied and to May, of course?
To May, I would say she should
keep it up.
Keep it up. You understand? She should just keep it up. No talks, silence speaks more. You understand? So don't make the mistake of letting people know what you have within.
Okay.
Just be the smart woman that you are.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. I had a pleasant time with you.
Thank you very much.
All right. And to you, viewer, who have stayed through this 30 minutes, thank you very, very much. Don't forget to join us tomorrow. Join us every other weekday, same time here on Afia TV. We'll be here to give you all that is trending and spicy on the internet. Also, ensure that you follow us on all our social media platforms at Afia TV Official. My name is Divine Onohayo, Queen of Great Conversations. Have a lovely evening ahead. Bye.